Hey guys, Mark Thompson here. Welcome to today's webinar. I'm super excited to have you guys on. One of the main reasons is because this is a bonus training that we're doing for only EasyVSL customers. As you guys know, we released 3.0 and everybody is absolutely loving it. They love the new features. The auto sync with the IBM Watson is probably the coolest thing ever. Just being able to push a button, automatically syncs your voiceover with your slides. It's so cool. So we've gotten some great feedback. Thank you to everybody who has upgraded. If you didn't upgrade, that's okay. We're going to open the doors again in a few weeks. So you will have another opportunity, but I want to thank everybody for being an EasyVSL customer. And we have an awesome special guest, Russell Brunson. Thank you, Russell, for coming on today.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. And first I want to thank you for EasyVSL. You've made our life so much easier. Our process before was like 3 or 4 people layering things and hooking audio, and it was a nightmare, and you guys made it easy. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Awesome. So here's what we have in store for you guys. I have been getting emails, Skype, Facebook messages every day saying, hey, I love this software, but it is so dang hard to create content, create scripts, right, for your videos, whether it's a sales video, a webinar script. It doesn't matter what it is. You guys are using EasyVSL for all different types of scenarios. And so that's the reason that I'm bringing Russell and his partner Jim Edwards on to explain to you guys how writing copy is not as hard as you think if you have the right tools and the right format in place. And so Russell introduced me to, you're going to see an inside view or access of funnel scripts, and it makes it so much easier. You don't need to pull your hair out trying to write copy yourself or go and pay. We used to pay about $2,500 for a copywriter to write one of our VSLs. And Russell's going to show you.
Sometimes it's even, I paid up to like $25,000 for a VSL. So it's like, it's expensive if you pay for
yeah, and obviously it all depends on who you use. But one thing you'll notice is copywriters, whether they're charging you 20 grand or 5 grand, they all use a very similar framework. And I think that's something that you're going to be showing them on this call. Is how if you follow the framework and use this to sell anything, really, it works, right? I mean, you've sold God knows how much you've sold online, and I've started using your framework as well, and it's like gold, man. It's I love it. So I guess without further ado, I'll let you go ahead and take over, and I'll be behind the scenes just listening to you guys.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, and I appreciate you letting us share this with your audience. And it's funny, like now that people have been using this tool we're going to be sharing and showing you guys here. I have some friends that are really famous copywriters who charge a lot of money, and a bunch of them now use what we're going to show you for all their clients. Like they use the tool and they'll edit things up, and like they're literally selling sales letters that they wrote with our tool for anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 and beyond. And it's like, it's cool. And so now you guys kind of know the behind the scenes secret, but we're going to show you during this presentation how to get all your sales letters, your slides, your PowerPoints, your web, like all the copy, the scripts, all the stuff that you need now to plug into your tool. It's all going to be done. And so now it's like this perfect marriage where now you can start selling things really quickly and really easily. And that's kind of it. So I'm excited. Should we jump into the slides and bring Jim Edwards in and start getting started on this?
Let's do it.
All right, man, I'll jump right in.
The title of this presentation today is how to get all of your sales letters, your scripts, your webinar slides, everything, all the copy in your business written in under 10 minutes without having to hire an expensive copywriter. And the cool thing about this works even if you hate writing. How many of you guys hate writing? If you hate writing, let me know in the question box over here. I'm assuming most of you guys do. All right, a lot of you guys do. Yeah, I strongly dislike it. I hate it. Okay. It works if you hate writing, and also if you never want to know anything about copywriting. You can still get everything done. I've got some special guests we're going to introduce you to in a minute. One of my special guests and partners in this project is a guy named Jim Edwards. I'm going to bring him out here in a minute. Some of you guys are asking, where's Jim? Where's Jim? He is coming, and I will have him on in a minute. We just got a couple things to take care of ahead of time. So during this webinar, we're going to be talking about the importance of copy, of why you need good sales letters in your funnels in your business. And then we're actually doing a live demo of our new funnel script software. It's going to show you how you can get your copy written very fast, very easy, and it's going to be awesome. Now, when I first got started in this business about 10 years ago, I was learning, and I was creating products, and I was putting up websites, and I was trying to sell them. And one thing I didn't understand was copy, right? I kept hearing people talk about, like, you got to write a sales letter or a sales video, or you got to write copy. And I remember at first I tried to start to look at it. I was like, this is like not something I want to learn how to do. Like, really want to write headlines. I don't want to write sell. Like that was not something I wanted to do. And so I thought, well, I'll just outsource this part of it. I'm going to hire someone. And so I went and I started trying to find people I could hire for it. And I remember one of the first people I looked at, his name was Joe Vitale, and he was charging, it was something like $8 per word to write a sales letter. I was like, $8 per word. Like, you know, if you have a lot of uhs and ahs and stuff like that, like he was charging $8 even for the little tiny words like that. And I was just like, I can't afford that. So then I went to some outsourcing sites and I actually hired some people to write copy for like $100, $200, and they came back horrible. And I realized that if I was going to learn, if I was going to have good copy, I had to learn it. So I started learning this process. And for those of you guys who do not want to learn it, I get it. I've felt that pain before because it's not like a fun thing to learn. It's a lot of work. And so that's what this training about today is, how you guys can shortcut that and not have to worry about it. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about, because this is going to help make all of this stuff make a lot more sense, okay? First thing I want to share with you guys, this is a quote from Gary Halbert. And if you don't know Gary, one of his nicknames was the Prince of Print. He's kind of one of the legends in our industry. And he is someone that, and can you guys all see the quote there on my screen? All right, so you guys said you can see it. Cool. All right, so this is Gary Halbert. This is a quote that he said that meant a lot to me. He said, "You're one sales letter away from being rich." Okay, and I didn't think I really got that when I first got started. I thought it was all about the product, or it was all about the funnel, or whatever those things were. But I read this, says we are one sales letter away from being rich. And I want to tell you guys a story of my business, because a lot of times you hear the success stories in business, but I've got a story that's the opposite of a success story. It's one of my failure stories that I want to share, because the outcome on the other side was this: one sales letter saved me. Now, about 7 or 8 years ago, I had built up my company. I had about 100 employees at the time, and the whole company kind of collapsed around me. We had some issues with merchant accounts and a whole bunch of stuff, and we shrunk from having 100 employees down to having about 4 or 5. We moved from a 20,000 square foot office down to like a 2,000 square foot office, and we were trying to figure out like how to survive. And I won't bore you with all the details, but it was a scary time in my life. And I didn't have money each month for payroll and for rent and all these things. I was scrambling, trying to figure things out, and we were doing thing after thing, trying to keep alive. And at the time, I remember I'd created this product, and I thought the product was really good. And I was like, a product is good, but if I just have this product, it's not like it's in and of itself, it's probably not going to make it's not going to make me rich. It's not going to get me out of this hole I had dug for myself, right? I had a hole of debt. I owed money to the IRS, a whole bunch of just really bad things. And what happened was, let me flip my slides here. I thought about this concept. He said, you're one sales letter away from being rich. And I did not know how to write sales letters. I'd kind of written a couple myself in the past, but they weren't necessarily good. And I knew that if I was going to dig myself out of this nightmare that I'd gotten myself into, I needed a good sales letter. And I knew some copywriters, and there's this one copywriter that I'd seen him write 5 or 6 sales letters, and he just crushed it on every single one of the best copywriters I've ever seen. And I messaged him. It was on a Sunday. I messaged him on Skype, and I was like, his name's Mike, and I was like, hey Mike, I need to hire you to write a sales letter for me. And he was just like, well, he's like, usually it's really hard to hire me. I'm pretty busy. He said, but he had this weird situation where he had just bought a house and he needed $20,000 in the next 2 days, or else he wasn't gonna be able to get his house. He was supposed to get paid from a client who kind of stiffed him. And he's like, I need 20 grand in the next 2 days. If you can write me $20,000, I will write you anything you want. And I was like really excited. I told him yes. But the problem is I didn't have $20,000 for a sales letter. And so it was a Sunday. I told him yes. I said, I'll wire you the money on Monday. So the next day came Monday, and I was like, I don't have $20,000, but I've committed to this guy to write me a sales letter. And so I looked at all the money I had, and it was this weird thing that it's kind of everything fell into place. I had about $10,000. So I wired him the $10,000. And then I got this weird text message from somebody who wanted to buy one of my websites, just randomly out of the blue. And I messaged the guy back. I'm like, sure, I would love to sell you my website. I'll sell it for $10,000, and you have to wire the money today to this guy named Mike. And he was like, sure, man. So he wired the other $10K to this guy named Mike. And somehow, from a miracle from heaven, we had the $20,000 to him, and he started writing my sales letter. And so he wrote the sales letter over the next 7 days, and this is what the sales letter looked like. It's kind of a long-form sales letter. And he also wrote a webinar pitch for me for $20,000. We launched this webinar and this sales letter, and within 90 days, it had made me over $1 million. I was able to pay off all my debts. I was able to pay off the IRS, and we were able to end out with a nice nest egg of cash in our bank account. And that was the first time I got what Gary Halbert said here, is that you're literally just one sales letter away from being rich. And when you guys understand that, you understand the power of copy, that's when this whole world can open up to you, okay? All right, now this is what we're gonna be covering today. We got a lot of cool stuff. We got a demo, a bunch of things we're gonna show you. But the first thing I want you to understand is that I'm gonna show you guys today how to get all your sales letters, your scripts, your webinars, your slides, everything written in under 10 minutes without hiring an expensive copywriter. Now we're gonna cover 3 secrets. Secret number 1 is if you are, most of my audience, most of the people here, you guys have been building funnels, right? And some of your funnels probably work and some of your funnels probably don't work. And the number one reason why your funnel isn't currently converting and making you money today, if it's not, is because of your copy. And I'm gonna walk you guys through that. Secret number 2 is that you don't have to actually hire a world-class copywriter to get good copy. And we'll talk about that. And the third secret is that you also don't have to become a world-class copywriter. And that is a key. All right. Man, GoToWebinar is going crazy. Can you guys all see my screen hopefully here? Some of you guys say you can see my slides, some of you guys can't. All right, this is one of the downsides of having 1,000 people on GoToWebinar. So I'm gonna keep going and hopefully you guys can hear me. We're recording it, so if something crashes, we'll have the replay afterwards as well. But there you go. All right, so let me break it. So secret number 1, the number 1 reason why your funnel isn't converting is your copy. And some of you guys are thinking like, what is copy, Russell? Well, copy is all of the other things on the page, right? It's the headline on your page. It's the video on your page. It's the sales letter on your page. For your upsells, it's the headline, the videos. It's all of the pieces, all the text, all the words that convince somebody to buy something, okay? But not only is it the copy that's here on the sales pages, the copy is also here in your ads. Okay, your Facebook ads, your email ads, things like that, that's also copy that's very, very important. Plus you've got your actual emails, your email follow-up sequences, like all of those pieces are copy, okay? A lot of times I think about like salespeople, right? Like if a salesperson doesn't have a script, it doesn't matter how good the product is, it's almost impossible to sell it to somebody, right? The salesperson has to learn how to sell it. And that's the same thing with the sales funnels. You got to have the words, the copy to convince people to opt in, to click on your ad, to give you money, to open your emails, to click on the link. Like every single piece in this process is copy. Like copy is what drives this entire business. Now, the only difference right now between you being completely broke and your funnel making you completely rich is this. It's good copy. That's it. That is the one difference between those who are killing it online and those who are struggling online, okay? How many of you guys have looked at some of your competitors and you're like, man, my product is way better than theirs. My fulfillment's way better. My service, my customer support, everything is better. Why are they making more money than me? Okay, and the reason is that their copy's better than yours. Like that's it. The better your copy is, the higher your pages convert. It means the more money you can spend on advertising, which means that you can grow your company faster. Like the difference between good copy and bad copy is everything. Like that's the difference in a successful business and a business that's floundering, okay? So the problem is you probably suck at writing copy, am I right? Okay, either you suck at it or you realize that it's really hard to write good copy. Like it's not like this easy process where you just sit down and bust out a sales letter. It's really, really hard. Okay, when I was writing my own sales letters, on average, it would take me between a week and 2 weeks to write one sales letter. Okay, so it's hard, it takes a lot of time, and honestly, it's really not that much fun. Okay, someone just said, I'm raising my hand, I suck at writing copy. Yes, it's hard. So that is the problem, is that you probably suck at copy right now, and even if you don't, it's hard, okay? So what is the solution? Okay, well, the solution is we hire a copywriter. Like maybe that's the solution, but that leads me into secret number 2, you guys, is that to be successful with copy, you actually don't have to hire a world-class copywriter. Let me show you why that's so important. Okay, the biggest reason why is because good copy is really, really expensive. I want to show you guys last year a couple of the sales letters that I paid for. So this is the sales letter for my supplement. I paid the copywriter $20,000 for this one 16-page sales letter. Is that crazy? $20,000. Now, luckily for me, this sales letter converted and we ended up making millions and millions off it. But it was 20 grand for 16 pages for him to write out, okay? This is another sales letter. This one also cost me $20,000. The problem with this one is I paid $20,000. He wrote the sales letter and then guess what? It didn't convert. So it was basically like me lighting on fire $20,000 and just watching it burn up and disappear, okay? So that one cost me 20 grand. This one right here cost me 15,000. This one actually converted really good. This one cost me 15 grand. This one did okay. I don't think it ever got me back to break even. This one cost me 15K and that one cost me 15K. So that's just 6 of the sales letters I paid for last year. Again, average cost that I pay is between $15,000 and $20,000 for a sales letter. Okay, and look, they don't even design it. It's like, here's a Word document. Like, good luck. Go let me know how it works, right? So good copy is really, really, really expensive. So what are your options? Well, if you don't want to pay a professional copywriter $15,000 to $20,000, maybe we'll go hire someone like off of Upwork. Okay, so I went to Upwork today to see how much does copy cost there. Okay, and the first thing I found is that I was not impressed with any of the copywriters on Upwork. But the most impressive ones, this is about what they cost. This her name's Karen King. She charges $200 an hour. Okay, this is Jason. He charges $120 an hour. This is Diane. She charges $100 an hour. This is Danny. Charges $150 an hour. And this is Joshua, $250 an hour. Okay, so you can get it done, but it's more expensive than a doctor. Okay, like that's the reality. That's how much good copy actually costs you. Okay, and so and the other thing, like I mentioned earlier, is that it takes a long time. Like for a sales letter, it took me a week. So what's a week worth of work at $250 an hour? Okay, now you start seeing why people are paying $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a sales letter, because even if you go the cheap route through Upwork, it still gets really, really expensive. Okay, now some of you guys know last year I launched my very first book. It was a book called .com Secrets, and before I wrote that book, I was trying to figure out like a simple way to figure out like all of this copy thing. How do we make it so that copy is easy for people? And so I spent almost a year just doing research for this. And I went through every sales letter that we'd ever written. I looked at like what made them successful and what made them not successful, which campaigns did the best and why, which ones did okay and why. I went through all the webinars we did. I looked at all the upsell videos. I went through other people's. I went through like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sales letters and webinars and copy and tried to figure out the commonalities between all those. Okay. And so we did that, did tons of research, tons of stuff. And after I had that, I went through and I wrote this book called .com Secrets. How many of you guys have the book, by the way? All right, we got a lot of .com Secrets. Someone said, tremendous book. Someone said I'm fat in this picture. Oh, I've lost some weight since then, so that's good. All right, so you guys all love this book. You guys are going nuts about the book. Thank you. Best book ever. I've read it 5 times. Well, thanks, Jesper. Awesome. So there's the book. And inside the book, if you go through it, I took all the sales scripts and I broke them down into very simple processes that you could follow through, right? So no longer do you have to sit in front of a blank piece of paper like, okay, what am I going to write? Now you can say, well, I'm selling this type of product. Here's the script. And you could go and you could follow the template and you could actually go and write your sales letter. Okay. And this process has been awesome. Like for most people who have the book, who've gone through this, it dramatically shortcuts your time to write a sales letter, right? It's pretty exciting. Okay. So that's the good news. The bad news is that you still have to kind of become a copywriter in the situation, right? You have the templates, but you got to think the copy and the words and the phrases and figure out how to do that, right? And so like, while that's a pretty good solution, I don't think becoming a copywriter is the best solution, okay? Because most of you guys, you're the product developer, you're the entrepreneur, you're the thought leader, you're the person supposed to be sharing the message, not necessarily writing the copy, okay? And so becoming a copywriter is not really the best solution. So that brings me to secret number 3, is that you don't have to become a world-class copywriter. Now, prior to today, you kind of had to, or you had to hire one. Okay, but because of today, something cool has happened. And first thing I want to do, I want to introduce you to one of my friends who is my partner in this project. His name is Jim Edwards. And Jim, are you on right now? You might be muted.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jim. How's it going?
It's going wonderfully, and I'm not as fat as that picture either.
We both lost weight. The book helps you lose weight. Now we know.
I was doing curls with it. I'm here.
Very cool. Well, do you want to kind of tell the story? Like, you read the book and then you came to me with this amazing idea. Do you want to kind of talk through what happened? Because I think it was awesome.
So what happened was I actually read the book, and it was good. And I say that like I was surprised, but I read the book and it was damn good. And I remember that I messaged you on Facebook and I was like, Russell, your book is really good. I really enjoyed it. And then as I started going through it and breaking down what you had done, I started seeing the patterns, and I'd been developing software and things to do similar stuff. And I had this thing inside of me that I was, I kept reading through the book and seeing how I could turn it into software. And then I emailed you and I said, dude, I got to talk to you. And so then I came to you and I said, look, the thing you got to understand is that the book is awesome, but most of the people who are going to read this book are still not going to be able to get the results because they have to write the copy. They have to put the words where you're telling them to put them. And so I can make this so that all they have to do is just fill in some blanks, hit a button, copy and paste, and they're good to go. They've got what they need to be able to write the copy. And initially you were skeptical. You were, oh, yeah, that's cool. But you knew who I was, and I've been around since 1997. And so you gave me a chance, and I showed you a couple demos, and you were instantly sold. You said, man, we got to do this. People are going to eat this up. Yeah. So that's kind of the story, and we've been working on this now for a year. putting this whole thing together. So it definitely, but that is how it came together. I mean, I read the book and I just saw that people were going to get a lot of good out of it, but they were still going to need that one last little bridge between the book and, in this case, ClickFunnels, being able to translate the book into text that they could put into their funnels and use your awesome software as well.
Yeah.
So that was my intention, was to create the bridge.
Yeah, and the bridge, like you said, turned out way better than I thought. I remember actually, like you said, I was kind of skeptical. Like, there's no way you can do this thing. And I remember the first time, and we're actually going to demo this with you guys. You guys have a chance to see what I saw the first time. I remember filling in the blanks, and I was like, the questions you were asking weren't necessarily like, didn't make sense to me. I'm like, all right, so I filled in the question, I clicked a button, and it popped out these scripts, and I was just like, how much thought would you have had to go into to be able to create the? I mean, it was amazing. So I'm excited to show it off to you guys. But that's kind of the backstory of how we got here today. And what's cool is that this gives you the ability, you don't have to become an amazing copywriter. You just have to be able to answer some questions about your product, your service. And if you can do that, the software does the rest. The software will make you a world-class copywriter, which is exciting. All right. So what we're going to do right now is, and the one thing that I want to mention too real quick is that when Jim did this, he said, look, we have the scripts in the .com Secrets book, but there's other things that people need as well, right? You need your email autoresponder things. You need your ad scripts, your subject lines. You need your teasers, your reports, all these other scripts. And so he went through, and it's not just the scripts for my book, but it's all of these other scripts for all the other copy in your business, right? Because there's copy with Facebook ads, there's copy with your email ads, there's copy with your PPC ads, there's copy with your follow-up sequence. Like, there's so many things. And Funnel Scripts, the software that Jim built, does all of these things and a whole bunch more, which is exciting. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna demo Funnel Scripts with you, and you're probably wondering, why is there this guy with his shirt off on the screen? Can you guys all see Anthony there? So what we wanted to do is, us talking about Funnel Scripts is kind of a cool thing, but we thought how fun it would be if I could bring someone like you live on this and actually demo it with them. So Anthony is one of my friends. He's working on a really cool project right now called Biohacking Secrets. This is him in front of a cryo sauna, and he has a free book that's about to go live. He has a webinar he's working on. I said, Anthony, stop writing your webinar. Come on the webinar this week, and we're going to write the whole webinar for you live in front of everybody. And Anthony was excited, and Jim was excited, and I'm excited. So Anthony, are you there as well? He may be muted as well.
I am here.
Hey man, how's it going?
It's going great. How you doing?
Doing awesome. You excited to build out your whole business in one fell swoop?
I am very excited to do this.
All right, very cool. So let's make Jim the organizer, and Jim is going to demo this for you guys, and we're going to build out all of Anthony's stuff right now for Biohacking Secrets. It's going to be awesome.
And just for those of you who are watching at home, we're not. That's not actually me. So that kind of disappointed. That I don't look bad. So, okay, so what we're going to do actually is we're going to demo a couple things for you. Where I'm at right now, you guys can see my screen, right? And this is actually the Funnel Scripts dashboard live. And so we're going to come back here, but basically you're going to download something called the Perfect Webinar Wizard, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then we've got some blueprints and then some bonuses and stuff. And then these are the actual online funnel scripts. And so one of the first things that you're going to want to do is actually download what are called the Funnel Scripts blueprints. And what these are is they combine funnel scripts with ClickFunnels. So and also with what Russell did in his .com Secrets book. And so these should look familiar for those of you who have bought the book. And so we've got a bunch of them in here: sales webinar funnel, self-liquidating offer funnel, invisible funnel, two-step free plus shipping. And we're going to go through one of these actually with Anthony in just a second. But what happens is that you can pick out the funnel that you want to do, and then it'll take you right to the actual funnel script that you would use to fill out that part. So like for this self-liquidating offer, every single page on a funnel needs a headline. So we've got a funnel script for writing headlines. If you're going to be creating things that you're going to give away, you need a title script. You need the who, what, why, how script. You got long sales letter scripts, short letter scripts, PowerPoint video sales letter scripts. You got your one-time offer scripts. All these different things that you're going to be able to now automatically write the copy for. So with Anthony, we talked with him day before yesterday, and we were just kind of kicking around what he needs to do. And the number one thing that you need to do, Anthony, right now is build up your audience, right?
Yep.
And so you've got a brand new book as well, correct? And so what we want to do is actually help him with doing the things that are going to help him to do his funnel. So what he's going to want to be able to do is actually either the self-liquidating offer funnel or the two-step free plus shipping. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I got a little choppy for a second, but we got you again now.
Okay, all right, cool. So we can't go through all of them, obviously, but the gist of it is when you're giving something away, you're either going to be doing the two-step free plus shipping or you're going to be doing the self-liquidating offer. So the first thing that we got to do is have a cool headline for the sales page. So we're looking at the killer headline scripts, and what this does is you just answer the questions that will help you to generate a whole bunch of really cool headlines that you can use on any of your ClickFunnels, any of your sales funnels, however you're setting them up. So all you got to do literally is just fill in the blanks, answer the questions, hit the button, and copy and paste. You're in good shape. So in this case, Anthony, your audience is entrepreneurs. Your main keyword topic is biohacking, which tell everybody in 20 seconds what is biohacking.
Yeah. Biohacking is just making small changes to your internal and external environment that produce disproportionately large improvements in performance, energy, mental clarity, and health.
Okay. So I think I understand what you just said. No, I'm just playing. So in this case, we're writing headlines. So it'll say what's your number one keyword topic, biohacking. Your number two main keyword topic, upgrade your brain and body. And big result they want, increase focus and mental clarity. Another big result, more energy. Time frame they can get results, 7 days. Action they want to take, tap into. Pain they want to avoid, wasting time getting results. Problem they need to solve, avoid taking too much time making lasting changes in your life. And a roadblock they see as holding them back, even if you've always suffered from fatigue and brain fog in the past. So these are all just things that, since Anthony knows his customers and he knows his business, he just answers the questions, fills in the blanks, clicks the submit button, and it writes over 100 really cool headlines for him. So, here, how to tap into increased focus and mental clarity in as little as 7 days, even if you've always suffered from fatigue and brain fog in the past. How every entrepreneur can tap into increased focus and mental clarity. 9 surefire ways to get more energy faster than you ever dreamed possible. Now, I want you guys to imagine when we're doing this, just copying and pasting these right into your own funnels. Top biohacking expert reveals the secrets you need to tap into increased focus and mental clarity. Anthony, you tell me, are these headlines that you would use in your funnel?
These are better than headlines that I've written myself.
Okay.
They're really good.
Warning, if you want to increase focus and mental clarity, read this entire letter right now. If you want... Anyway, it writes over 100 of them. And the cool thing that he can do right now is you can also just click the save button here and it'll download them as a text file so that you just have them right there. Again, you can copy and paste them and use them however you like. But it'll have, all the input, all the stuff that you put in, and then it's got all of these. And somebody said, wow, these could even be used as Facebook posts and tweets. Absolutely, but you haven't seen anything yet. So now you got a cool headline, right? So the next thing you're going to need is some copy to actually get the people to want to request a copy of your book, right?
Yep.
Okay. You're like the best demo ever, Anthony. He's like, yep. I'm just going to say yes.
I'm finding myself wondering if you're referring to me or talking to the listener.
No, you're the listener. I can't hear any of them. So the cool thing is, again, you can just, literally it's just fill in the blanks, hit the button, copy and paste, you're good to go. So in this case, we're going to be, those of you who don't know or didn't read Russell's book, or it was a while ago, basically use this to create the sales copy for things that are low cost, free, shipping and handling, stuff like that. It doesn't require a lot of explanation. So again, in here, and yes, this webinar is live, somebody just asked. Your name, Anthony D. Clementi, your company, Biohacking Secrets. What are you offering them to sign up? So in this case, it's a book. It could be anything, a report, a tutorial, training, software. The title of what you're giving away, this is actually the title of your book, The Biohacker's Guide to Upgraded Energy and Focus. And the big payoff is basically how to rapidly optimize your physical and mental performance. And a big obstacle or barrier is basically wasting months or years trying to make changes in your life using old, worn-out strategies that don't work. A very cool how-to or reveal that you're going to share, and he basically told me this earlier. Where to find the $10 Clarity Booster supplement that crushes the $80 GNC brand, saving you $840 a year. And why are you giving this away free? I want to empower 100 million people to live happier, healthier lives with increased energy and focus. And how long? When does it end? It's basically while supplies last, because we don't know the exact date. So again, this gets all the information out of your head in order to create the scripts that Russell teaches you to write in the book, but you don't necessarily, does it pull it out in a way that is confusing. It's real easy and natural to answer these questions. So we click the submit button, and it actually makes 2 different versions of the script that you can use, and this is assuming you're going to make you could use this either as sales copy on the page, or you could make a video with it, But this is, it'll make a version of the script for a physical product, and it also makes a version of the script for a digital product. And it gives you some choices. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but basically, I'll just pretend like I'm you, okay, Anthony? Hi, I'm Anthony DiClementi, founder of Biohacking Secrets. I've got a free book for you called The Biohacker's Guide to Upgraded Energy and Focus. It's going to help you specifically with how to rapidly optimize your physical and mental performance. And then you got a couple of options here that you can use one or the other. You wouldn't use them both. So if you've been struggling with wasting months or years trying to make changes in your life using old, worn-out strategies that don't work, then you need this book, because among other things, it reveals where to find the $10 Clarity Booster supplement that crushes the $80 GNC brand, saving you $840 a year, so you can rapidly optimize your physical and mental performance. Just fill out the form on the side of the page. Let me know your shipping address, and I'll send your free book out right away. There's no catch. I'm doing this because I want to empower 100 million people to live happier, healthier lives with increased energy and focus. All I need for you to do is help with shipping and handling charges. And then option, you can just choose why they should order right now. I only have a very limited number of copies of the Biohacker's Guide to Upgrade Energy and Focus available, so don't get left behind. If you don't love it, I'll refund your money and keep the free book. So just to recap, you're going to get the free book, The Biohacker's Guide to Upgraded Energy and Focus, that will help you with how to rapidly optimize your physical and mental performance without wasting months or years trying to make changes in your life using worn-out strategies. Just fill out the form on the side of the page. Let me know your shipping address, and I'll send it out right away. So this.
And by the way, that script right there would have cost you $300 to hire a copywriter for that right there.
Oh, minimum.
That's how much that would have cost easily.
Yeah, minimum.
In fact, some of you guys should become copywriters now and charge people $300 to ask them 5 questions.
You could actually set up shop on Fiverr or something and use these and do that, honestly. And so here's a version if you were doing it as an ebook down here. I'm not going to read that. So the gist of it is those of you who saw that in Russell's book, and you saw the who, what, where, when, how, and you were like, oh, I got to do that, and then you wondered, where do I even start? I mean, the key here is what these do, and again, we can download this. You can have it as a text file to be able to do whatever you want to with it. The thing is that the hardest draft to write is the first draft. And even with those $20,000, $15,000 sales letters Russell was having written, I know that he was doing some editing to them. You had to. You're paying for the first draft. So what this does is it will, this really helps you to be able to have that first draft, and then you're off to the races. And so there you go. So would you feel comfortable, Anthony, using this? And just any reaction in the Q&A box. Anybody think that's cool? I mean, anybody can see themselves doing that?
Jim, I was going to ask if you could send me that when we're done with the webinar.
Okay, I can do that. Okay, and then because I got a little preview of the webinar, I wasn't going to demo this wizard because, I wasn't going to demo this script because we don't have a ton of time, but I had to do this. One of the things that the scripts does, one of the scripts is what we call the curiosity ad scripts, and you've been on those sites before where you see at the bottom, you see pictures that say, Toano, Virginia, crazy new rule allows you to save money on car insurance, or 5 crazy tricks on how to lose whatever. And so here's the thing, those ads work And so when I saw the picture of Anthony in his drawers standing next to, I don't know, some cryo tank wearing soccer goalie mitts, I said, you know what? I got to write some ad copy for the boy. So this is, I'm not going to run through everything, but basically this pulls all the info that you need to write those crazy ads. So, I mean, you give a location, Boise, Idaho, and this was what inspired me. Part-time male underwear model. I mean, I had to write some ads with that. Expensive supplement sellers, self-help gurus. I mean, this is asking who's the evil insider, what's the topic interest, the amount made or saved, ultimate result they want, what do they want to have or accomplish, basic keywords. I mean, it'd take you probably 5 or 10 minutes to do this. So we click submit, and then all of a sudden, just tell me in the Q&A box if these. So Boise, Idaho, part-time male underwear model makes expensive supplement sellers furious. Part-time male underwear model publishes free upgrade your brain secret that has angered supplement sellers. Let's go down here. Part-time male underwear model publishes insider biohacking secret that has angered expensive supplement sellers. Weird trick helps part-time underwear model look and feel years younger in 7 days. So I mean, it writes just dozens of these things. 5 odd upgrade your brain tricks. That can save you up to here you go. 5 odd upgrade your brain tricks that can make or save you up to $840 a year. So anyway, these will help you. Just one of the things that'll help you with that. So now that you're going to have some people on your list and you got your funnel set up and you've got people, the next thing you're going to want to do is a webinar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're going to break out the perfect webinar wizard, which is actually, unlike the funnel scripts, this is actually downloadable software that works on both PC and Mac. You download it from the funnel scripts dashboard. It's actually the first one on top. And how this works is, I know that if you guys read Russell's book, the .com Secrets, that his whole section on the perfect webinar, at least for me, that got me so excited I was literally shaking in my chair, because he really, I just said, this works. I know this works. I mean, I've done thousands of webinars and sold millions of dollars on webinars, and I wished that I had known this back in 2007 when I did my first webinar. So basically what this does is this takes his whole perfect webinar model and method and makes it point and click simple. And so all you got to do is just sit here and answer questions about your business. So again, we filled this out ahead of time, but basically, 2 to 5 word topic about the webinar. It's biohacking. That's enough.
Real quick, Jim, can I jump in real quick before you jump into this?
Yeah.
So Anthony actually came to my office a couple months ago and did a perfect webinar script. Anthony, I want you just to tell people like how long it took you to build out that perfect webinar from scratch, and then we'll contrast that with how long it takes us to do it right now.
Well, it was, I mean, just the quick background is I'd already written a webinar and tried it myself without your help, and it was like kind of breaking even some of the time. And then you were like, all right, well, let me help you with it. So then I came out to Boise. You gave me a running start, and then I still probably spent another 10 hours on it myself, just in the office cranking on it all day. And so there was weeks and months of work that went into this and trial and error before we even got to that point, but at least 10 hours.
Okay,
so contrast that what Jim's about to do right now.
Okay, so we went through this, and when we were answering the questions and stuff with banter and other stuff, if we'd taken out the jokes about underwear and guns and other stuff, it would have been probably about 30 minutes to fill this out. Okay. So the 2 to 5 word topic of your webinar, biohacking, title of the webinar is Biohacking Secrets, How to Rapidly Upgrade Your Energy and Focus, which, by the way, we have a really killer funnel script in here to help you generate unlimited numbers of really awesome titles for anything that you're trying to sell. What are you going to give them as a reward to stick to the end? Your name, company website name, and then now this also helps you to build out your About Me slide. So what kind of education have you had? What work or business experience have you had as it relates to the webinar topic, awards, titles, designations, something that gives you the right to teach the webinar, something super cool people would think was interesting. Of course, Anthony got arrested for snowboarding in an avalanche zone in Aspen, Colorado, and as soon as I heard that, I said, I'll build a whole webinar around that.
In my underwear.
In his underwear. And so... Biggest obstacle of overcoming life and business. Who's your target audience? What's the number one big payoff they want? What's the number two big payoff they want? What's a pain or problem they want to avoid? What's another pain or problem they want to avoid? And the cool thing is that answering questions is super easy. So instead of like, what's the first point you want to cover on the webinar? We ask questions like, hey, what's something people really want to know? What's one big thing they really want to know that you'll share on the webinar? And this was so intuitive that, this is honestly, Anthony, were you not just kind of like jumping ahead saying, but I also want to tell this and I want to tell this? And I'm just like, slow down. It's going to ask you the question. Wasn't that happening when we were doing that?
Yeah, it broke everything down into the most important little chunks, little nuggets.
Absolutely. So what's one big thing they really want to know that you're going to share on the webinar? And then this is really Russell's secret sauce, which is the secret and the reframe. So the cool thing is here, so it walks you through that step. So what's the first secret you'll share based on the one big thing? What's their existing belief about the secret? How are you going to reframe or rebuild that belief? And what's neat is that we have lots of examples right here as you're going through it. So you just read the question and read the examples, and you'll be able to figure out for you. And the cool thing is that as you use this, you can get better and better and better. How will you reframe that belief? And then just brainstorm the points you're going to cover. And then the second one. So what's the second secret? Their existing belief. How are you going to reframe it? What are the things you're going to cover? What's the third secret? What's their belief? How are you going to reframe it? What are the things you're going to cover? Now, the rest of this is all about helping you to build the perfect pitch. So in this case, name of what you're selling at the end of the webinar, 10-week biohacking masterclass. What are you actually selling? So it's a live training program. What do they get? So what are the deliverables? So, following the rule of 5 really seems to be the best thing. So what's the first thing they're going to get? What's it worth? What's the next thing they're going to get? What's it worth? What's the next thing they're going to get? What's it worth? What's the next thing they're going to get? What's it worth? What's the next thing they're going to get? What's it worth? Now you just add them all up. So what's the total of everything? So the next thing is, what's the price that they're going to buy it for today? And so how fast can they expect to see results? And then what's the result they should go to claim the webinar deal? And then this is where you give them their bonuses. So what's the first bonus they're going to get? How much is it? Next bonus, how much is it? Next bonus, how much is it? And then you're done. So let me tell you something. Somebody said this looks overbearing. Let me tell you something. If you were going to try and sit down and assemble this manually, it would be 10 hours at a minimum, Anthony just said, and that was kind of with Russell's help. So I'm telling you, there ain't no faster way you're going to do this. Now let me show you.
That's definitely someone that has not tried to write the webinar because they're terrible.
There you go. So now what you do is you just save it, and then you build stuff. Now we're just going to jump to the happy place, okay? It's the perfect webinar wizard. This thing's going to build your presentation for you. You're just, like I said, this works on PC and Mac. This outputs in text, DOCX, PPTX files that work on both PCs and Macs. You can open it with all kinds of stuff. Now dig this. We're going to save this, and let me get the sample output. All right. Prepare to be amazed. So now this creates a fully editable it creates a PowerPoint you can make any edit to you want. And so you can change it to widescreen if you want to. And here, we'll just run through it real quick. Again, it creates a first draft. So biohacking secrets, how to rapidly upgrade your energy and focus. My promise to you, I'll show you exactly how to enjoy more energy and increase focus and mental clarity without taking too much time to get results or turning your life upside down, trying to implement new changes. If you stay till the end, I'll give you the Energy Amp checklist. Need your attention. This is all about Anthony, so it's got all his bullets. Imagine what your life will be like when, so it automatically creates all the future pacing that Russell teaches you to make. This is where he'd put in his results and proof and his underwear cryo picture. Results are not typical. What we'll cover, so these are the 3 secrets. There are 10 vital components to upgrading energy and focus, of which diet and exercise are only 2. And then so it just walks through each of the secrets. Okay, so this is all about the real secret to energy and focus. Then this is what most people think. This is the reframe. What do I mean? And then you just explain it. Goes through those three. Everything's perfectly placed. All right. So now let me ask you a question. You joined the webinar. We covered this, and this. Who wants to take things to the next level? Put Q&A box. I'm ready. Introducing the 10-week Biohacking Masterclass live training program. 10-week Biohacking Masterclass is all about helping you enjoy more energy and increase focus and mental clarity without taking too much time to get results or turning your life upside down or trying to implement new changes as fast as 7 days. Here's what you're going to get. So it does the stack, adds it up. Then, okay, this is the thing that ought to get everybody, because people are asking. You see that? It says disposable income. If you remember from the book, Russell did the closes and taught you closes. Watch this. It does all the closes for the webinar and spits them out in Word, and they're all customized. So everything is customized. The money replenishes close, the break old habits close, the information alone close. You know, for the last 90 minutes, we shared a ton of information. As you know, information alone isn't going to save you. You need this live training program, because this is what's going to help get you to the next level with your biohacking. Money or excuses close, us versus them close, say goodbye close, reluctant hero close. All the closes are here, totally customized and ready to go.
This is amazing. Like, I had to type all this stuff up and have it on hand when I was doing my webinars, and any one of those closes can end up closing dozens more people depending on how many you have on your webinar.
Yep.
I mean, that's huge.
So then all you got to do is just print that out and read it off. So bonus number 1, this is what it's worth if you only got that close. So now it does the stack again, and it doesn't add it up. You have to do a little bit of math, but, you know, calculators are cheap. There's probably one on your phone. Money replenishes close. Bonus number 2, here's the value. Break old habits closed. Stack again. Information alone close. Bonus number 3. Money or excuses close. Stack it again. Us versus them, say goodbye. Guarantee. By the way, if the 10-week Biohacking Masterclass doesn't help you with exactly how to enjoy more energy, increase focus, mental clarity without taking too much time to get results or turning your life upside down, trying to implement new changes, then I'll refund your money. Reluctant hero close. This is what you're going to get. Get started now with 10-week Biohacking Masterclass for just $497. Here's the link. Your 2 choices close. Here's what you're going to get. Get started for $497. Now and later close. Get started now, $497. Here's your reward. And then what you probably would want to do is just copy and paste this one, and so you would end with this one. Anybody in the Q&A box think that was kind of cool? I haven't even showed you everything that this wizard can do, but anybody think that's kind of neat?
I think that was amazing.
Okay, so it'll also now when you're going to promote a webinar, you need a video script, right? So you're going to need a video to put on your you're going to need to make a video to put on your funnel page. So this will write the script for you. All right. Hi, I'm Anthony D. Clementi, founder of Biohacking Secrets. Got a free webinar for you on biohacking, the title Biohacking Secrets, how to rapidly upgrade your energy and focus. It's going to show you how to make small, easy changes that massively increase your energy, upgrade your brain, and create an epic life. So, I mean, this writes it for you. Now, you're also going to need some sales copy for the page. Well, hell, let's write your opt-in sales copy real quick. And I know this is a rusty webinar, and I shouldn't say hell, but I'm really cleaning it up from my own. So, new webinar, Biohacking Secrets, how to rapidly upgrade your energy and focus. Date, time. On this free webinar, I'll show you how to make small, easy changes. If you want to enjoy more energy and increase focus and mental clarity without taking too much time to get results in your life, or turning your life upside down to implement new changes, then you need to attend. Now dig this, it makes these bullets are awesome. The real secret to energy and focus. There are 10 vital components to upgrading energy and focus, of which diet and exercise are only 2. The 3 healthy foods that are actually killing your energy and mental clarity. Here are 3 foods people are eating on a daily basis that actually cause inflammation, brain fog, and fatigue. Don't miss this breakthrough webinar. I mean, this is just copy and paste stuff over into your ClickFunnels or whatever funnel that you're doing. But there is only one funnel. There's ClickFunnels. That's it. If you're not using ClickFunnels, you're insane. It'll make the closes. It'll do a completely customized outline as well. I don't need to show you that. You're going to need to run some ads, right? Okay. Yep. So let's write some ads real fast, right? So, okay, attention entrepreneurs. You're an entrepreneur who wants increased focus and mental clarity. New biohacking webinar shows you how to make small, easy changes that massively increase your energy, upgrade your brain, and create an epic life, and more. If you want to increase focus, and mental clarity without turning your life upside down. Trying to implement new changes. Click here now. What's another one? Do you want to enjoy more energy? Let's see. Well, you get the idea. It writes a bunch of different ads. Attention entrepreneurs worried about turning your life upside down, trying to implement new changes. Get increased focus and mental clarity without turning your life upside down, trying to implement new changes. So anyway, there's got to be one in there that'll work. Let's look at the first one. Attention entrepreneurs want more. Here we go. Want to enjoy more energy. Enjoy more energy than you know what to do with. Let me show you how to make small, easy changes that massively increase your energy, upgrade your brain, and create an epic life, and more on this free webinar, Biohacking Secrets, How to Rapidly Upgrade Your Energy and Focus. Click here now. So that's a good one. You could edit that in about 30 seconds. And it'll write your teasers too. So
someone just posted they'll trade their little brother for this tool.
I don't know. Does your little brother do yard work? So this basically writes all the emails you need too. So I'm not going to show you all of them. I'll show you the first one. All right, announcing the webinar. Okay, to that list you built with giving away your book, Biohacking Secrets: How to Upgrade Your Energy and Focus. Hi, first name Anthony here with the live webinar invitation for you. Registration link. On this date time, I'm hosting a very special webinar that shows you how to make small, easy changes and massively increase your energy, upgrade your brain, and create an epic life. It's called Biohacking Secrets. So if you want to enjoy more energy, increase focus, it's free. It's here. Not only am I going to show you how to make small, easy changes, I'll also reveal 3 foods people are eating on a daily basis that actually cause inflammation, brain fog, and fatigue. Sign up now for the webinar, and we'll see you. So, I mean, it writes another teaser that outlines with the bullets. It's got one for the day before. It's got one for the day of the webinar. And then the cool thing is you've also got the funnel scripts that'll write. I'm almost done with the demo, but you've got funnel scripts, the email scripts that'll write complete webinar follow-ups. It'll write all the emails for whatever he's selling, whatever you're selling, it'll write them all. I know I'm at the end of my time, but basically that's the perfect webinar wizard. If you want to do Russell's perfect webinar model, I mean, nothing would be easier. This is it. And as far as funnel scripts goes, I mean, only showed you a couple of them, but it's got not just scripts from the book, but it's got one-time offer scripts, which I use, the magic bullet script for doing the what's that called? The invisible funnel. Sorry. You got your webinar opt-in scripts, lead capture scripts, PowerPoint opt-in video scripts, special offer scripts, curiosity ad scripts, PPC ad scripts, stealth close scripts, Seinfeld email topic idea scripts, free report scripts, auto email follow-up, fast teaser and tweet scripts, promote your webinar, webinar follow-up, email subject line scripts, killer headline scripts, short headline scripts, profitable title scripts, long-form sales letters, short sales letters, and PowerPoint video sales letters. And the cool thing is that we want to add more. So as you guys are in here and using it, we have a way for you to suggest a script. Hey, it'd be great if there was a script that would do this. And again, the bottom line with all of these is that the Perfect Webinar Wizard helps you do the perfect webinars. And all these funnel scripts, literally, you just fill in the blanks, you hit the button, you copy and paste over into ClickFunnels, and you're good to go. And thank you, Anthony, for being here. And I just want to show you one other quick thing. Somebody asked, do we have funnels to drive people to a lot, or scripts? We also have a bunch I didn't even show you, but we have scripts that will help you write ads, to help you create content, and to write the emails and stuff for you. And so I'm going to stop now before Russell tells me I went too long. And I just say, again, thank you, Anthony, for being a great guinea pig. You did awesome in your underwear. And Russell, anything I missed?
No, man, I think it's amazing. How many of you guys are excited about funnel scripts right now? I got people in the box saying, take my money now. Very cool. We're going to let's see if I can pull the screen back over to me. All right. So what I'm doing now is, how many of you guys are excited about funnel scripts? How many of you guys want and need to see more? Okay. What I want to do now is I want to kind of recap what we covered so far in the last hour. So we covered a lot of really cool things, obviously. We talked about the number one reason why your funnels aren't converting right now is your copy. Secret number 2, we talked about you do not actually have to hire a world-class copywriter. And secret number 3 is you don't have to become a world-class copywriter either. And that's really the power behind what we're talking about here with funnel scripts. And so what I want to do is I want to spend about 5 minutes talking to you about what Funnel Scripts is and make you guys a very special offer. You guys cool with me doing that? If you are, just say, yes, Russell, we would love a special offer. I want to make sure you guys are all in. All right. All right, you guys are fired up. Yes, take my money. All right. All right, very cool. All right, so here's what you're going to get when you invest into Funnel Scripts today. A bunch of cool things. First thing we're going to give you guys is 12-month account to Funnel Scripts. Now, you saw probably 2 or 3 of the things that Funnel Scripts does. It does a whole bunch more than that, but you guys saw a couple of them today live right now. And the reason why it's a 12-month subscription is because every few months, Jim's adding new scripts, adding new things, a bunch of other cool stuff we have in the future. So you guys get a 12-month account to Funnel Scripts when you invest today. Now, inside of the Funnel Scripts account, you're going to be able to create your sales, copy, and your video scripts, your advertising scripts, your content creation scripts, your email scripts, your headlines, your titles, your subject lines, your sales letter scripts, and a whole bunch more, as you guys just saw. Okay, so this alone is going to take care of any full-time, part-time copywriters you've ever used. Everything will magically disappear as soon as you're using Funnel Scripts. Okay, the other cool thing is no longer are you going to have to suffer from low conversion rates on your funnels. You're not going to have to hire expensive copywriters. You're going to not have to learn how to write copy yourself. All you have to do is this. Step number 1, fill in the blanks. Step number 2, hit the button. Step number 3, copy and paste. And step number 4, you're good to go. That's it. How many of you guys are okay with those 4 steps? Okay, they're pretty dang simple. It does not get any simpler than this. In fact, when I hire a copywriter, guess what the first thing they do for me is? They send me like a 20-page form and ask me to answer a whole bunch of questions. They ask more questions for them to be able to write a sales letter than you have to do inside the Funnel Scripts software, which is amazing. So you fill in the blanks, hit the button, copy and paste, and you are good to go. All right, the second thing you're going to get when you guys sign up today, you're going to get the Perfect Webinar Wizard. This tool right here is one of the most powerful tools I've ever seen. The Perfect Webinar has made more millionaires inside of my programs than anything else we've ever done. And this wizard makes it where the process goes from taking 2 or 3 weeks to build a webinar to 1 or 2 hours, which is amazing, right? Inside of Perfect Webinar Wizard, as you saw, it'll write your webinar, it'll write your promotional emails, write your follow-up emails, it'll write your ads, and so much more, okay? Now, does the Perfect Webinar work? People are probably wondering that, like, is this actually that cool, Russell? Let me just share a couple of these. First one here, this testimonial from Joe Lavery, who saw a webinar I built on the Perfect Webinar platform. He said, Russell Brunson, I'm in awe how good you are at webinar pitching. Watching right now, every trick in the book being used like a pro. Every slide, every section, every word crafted intentionally. The sequence, the stacked FAQs, the video testimonials you offer. Almost every objection planned for and obliterated. Awesome execution. Okay, so that's what's going to be happening with your webinars now when you're using this. Okay, Natasha, she used the Perfect Webinar the first time. She texted me afterwards and said, well, it worked. $997 sales, 23% conversion rate from stage. She said, I just learned this Perfect Webinar thing 2 freaking weeks ago. Already made $11K from sales from it. You're my new hero. And then this is my favorite one. This is from a guy named Nick. He sells B2B, and he was doing webinar sales for the software B2B. And he watched my webinars. He's like, I've never seen someone sell like that on a webinar. That was cool. So I gave him Perfect Webinar script. He did it. Texted me the next day. Said 9K on a webinar today. It's like playing a video game with the cheat codes. So if you guys want to play a video game of life and business with cheat codes, that's what the Perfect Webinar Wizard will do for you. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 12-month account to Funnel Scripts. You're going to get the Perfect Webinar Wizard, a total value of $5,994. Okay. Next thing you're going to get is the Inception Secrets Training. This is for those of you guys who actually want to learn copy and want to understand it from my perspective. Okay. So this is for those who are going a little deeper. Now you don't have to learn copy. You can just fill in the blanks, push the button, copy and go, and you're good to go. Or if you actually do want to learn this, then that's what this training is for. I call it Inception because of this movie right here. It's one of my favorite movies, but this goes through how to cause inception inside your customer's mind. This is the process right here, and obviously it looks a little bit like a lot by just looking at that image, but that's what you learn in the Inception Secrets training course. So if you want to understand copy better and learn how to help your customers to encourage their dreams, justify their failures, lie their fears, confirm their suspicions, and throw rocks to their enemies, this training will give you everything you need to know to become a really good copywriter. So even if you're using Funnel Scripts, you should go through this training because it's going to help speed up the process and help you to become even better at selling. All right, so that's Inception Secrets. So you're going to get the 12-month account to Funnel Scripts, the Perfect Webinar Wizard, Inception Secrets, total value of $6,291. Next thing you're going to get are the funnel templates, okay? Now, a lot of you guys are using ClickFunnels. You got a bunch of stuff, but we went and created templates for a couple of our favorite funnels. So we built an opt-in funnel template, a sales funnel template, a webinar template, an invisible funnel template, and a free plus shipping template, okay? So you guys will get, as soon as you log into Funnel Scripts, you click on a button, it'll automatically add these entire funnels to your account. They look kind of like this. They're perfect. All they need you to do is to plug in the copy you get from Funnel Scripts into these pages, and boom, you'll have those 5 funnels ready to rock and roll. So that's what those funnel templates are. And the next thing we gave for you guys are, we call these funnel blueprints. Because one thing we realized is that some of you guys have these funnels, you're like, what script goes for what funnel and for what page, and there's all these pages in the funnel. I don't know what should go where and why. And so we wanted to make this so simple that there's no way on earth you could possibly mess it up. Okay, so Jim built these funnel blueprints, and this is kind of what the funnel blueprints look like. It goes through all the core funnels, and it shows you here's the funnel, but then it says, for this page in the funnel, this is the wizard you need to use. For this page in the funnel, this is the one you got to use. For this page, and it goes through each funnel and shows you page by page what script you're going to use. So that's the one for the sales webinar funnel, the self-liquidating offer funnels, the invisible funnels, the 2-step funnels, the opt-in funnels, the product sales, and for the traffic. So you don't have to ever wonder, like, am I using the right script in the right place? Like, these blueprints do not deviate from like what should work, like what works. So you just have to look at them, copy them, click on the button, takes you to the exact script you need for that page, follow it, and that way everything you're doing will work. You don't have to guess and trial and error and all that kind of stuff. He basically, this is like a treasure map. This is a treasure map to the sales script that you need for every single page in your funnel. So each of these maps, it's like finding buried treasure. It's like the X on the map that takes you exactly to where the gold's buried. So those are the funnel blueprints. So what are you gonna get? 12-month account to funnel scripts, the perfect webinar wizard, inception secrets are 5 fast funnel templates. Ooh, try saying that 5 times fast. Funnel scripts blueprint, total value of $8,485. Okay. Now, obviously, you guys are not going to charge you $8,485 for this package, but I'm curious if we did charge you $8,400, and if all this did would give you the freedom where you never have to write copy for yourself ever again. You don't have to sit down in front of a computer with a blank screen of paper trying to figure out what's the hook going to be, and what's the headline, and how am I going to intro this, and how do I exit it, how do I do the stack, and if all this did was make it so that you didn't ever have to think again, you just filled in some blanks and you got your copy done, would it be worth the $8,400? Heck yeah, it would. Now, if all this did was give you the ability to never have to give money to expensive copywriters ever again, the $15,000, $20,000 to write a 16-page letter, would it be worth $8,400? Yeah, for me, every time I use this, it saves me $15,000. Okay, like it's insane. So don't worry, we're not going to charge you guys. We're not going to charge you the $20,000 I paid for this sales letter, or the $20,000 I paid for this sales letter, or the $15,000 I paid for this one, or $15,000 I paid for this one, or $15,000 I paid for. We're not going to charge you guys what it costs for even one simple sales letter. We're not even going to charge you $8,400, which is the value of what we're trying to give you. In fact, you're going to get everything here that we talked about today for just $297 a year. Okay, now I want to talk real quick about other dumb stuff you could spend $300 on, because you guys have $300 right now, right? Everyone does. You got it in your wallet, you got it in your bank, whatever it is. So you've got the opportunity to invest in funnel scripts that'll write all your copy for the rest of your life, or you can blow it on some other dumb stuff. So here's some ideas I had that you could also blow that money on. You could get some awesome Beats by Dre headphones. Those cost $300. I heard they cost, I think, like $4 to get built, and then they sell them for $300. So you can get some sweet Beats by Dre headphones. I also found this is right here. This is $300. It's a table that's shaped like a Nintendo controller, so that's pretty sweet. So you can blow your money on that instead if that makes more sense. Or this one's kind of creepy. This is a baby mask, and for $300 you could get this baby mask too. So those are kind of your alternatives. You can go get headphones, a Nintendo table, or this creepy baby mask for $300, or you can invest inside of funnel scripts. Now, those are some dumb things you can buy, but the dumbest thing you could blow your $300 on, and this is 100% honest and realistic, you guys. The dumbest thing you could blow your $300 in is a funnel that the copy doesn't convert into traffic, right? I can spend $300 on Facebook ads that go into a dead funnel, and guess what? It's like lighting that money on fire. It's gone forever, okay? So the dumbest thing you can spend that $300 in is on traffic that goes to a funnel that doesn't convert, okay? But when you have a funnel that converts, it's like Gary Halbert says, we are one sales letter away from being rich, okay? Now, you've got two choices right now. Your first option is don't do anything and just keep suffering from bad conversion rates forever, okay? And you can do that. Okay, or you can hire a copywriter for 10, 15, 20 grand, try to sell there. No, that's one definite option. Your second option is just pull the extra change out of your pocket, and for under $300, that's less than $1 a day, have all of your copy needs taken care of for forever. Okay, now I don't know about you, but having copy needs taken care of for forever is worth a lot more than $300. And we've got a philosophy here in my company that if I can't make you money, then we don't deserve yours. And we stand behind that. So because of that, we've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. That means you can sign up today, go get your scripts written for your videos, your webinars, your emails, your ads, for everything, and then try it out for a month. And if you don't at least make $300 back in the next month, it means there's probably some other problems in your business. But if for some reason these scripts don't help you, you've got 30 days to try them out. And if they don't work for you, just let us know anytime in the next 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from right now, and we'll give you your money back. Okay, but if you're like most entrepreneurs, you will use this, and this will become one of the few tools you use every single day. In fact, in my company, there's 2 tools I use every day. There's ClickFunnels and there's funnel scripts, and that's it. So these are the tools you guys need. Okay, so the real question for you is this. How much would it be worth to you to finally have a funnel that converts without having to spend $10,000 to $15,000 every time for a sales letter? What would that be worth to you? Okay, each funnel I create is worth anywhere $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month or more. Right? So what would it be worth to you to have a funnel that converted without having to spend that money you normally do on copy? Okay, but one big thing I want to stress you guys is that this is our beta test. This is the first time we've ever launched this product. And so it's open right now. In fact, if you look down below, you can see the link. If you go to funnelscripts.com/go, you can go get started. But this is a beta, and Jim and I want to get a bunch of people in. We want to play with it. We want to make sure that it works well for everyone. So this weekend only, we are opening up 200 spots. And once 200 spots are gone, we're closing down so we can work with our beta group. Now, one thing you will notice, as I told you earlier, we had 5,038 people register for this webinar. There's 1,000 who are still on live now, an hour and 20 minutes later, or hour and 10 minutes later. And there's 200 spots that are open. And so it's kind of one of those things that's first come, first serve. For those of you guys, I already see sales coming in. So for those of you guys who are serious and you know it's something you want, you know it's something you need, now is the time to go and go to funnelscripts.com/go. Here's a recap what you're going to get. You're going to get the 12-month account to Funnel Scripts, the perfect webinar wizard, Inception Secrets, our 5 fast funnel templates, our funnel script blueprints, total value of $8,485. When you guys get started right now, you're going to get everything here for just one tiny price of $297 a year. And now is the time to take action. You guys open up another browser, open up Google Chrome, open up Firefox, whatever you use, and go to funnelscripts.com/go. When you go there, you see there's a simple form to fill out. You pay the $297 and you'll get immediate access to all this stuff today, which means you guys get started today. You can have your first video sales letter done tonight. You get your first webinar done by tomorrow. Like all these things that typically take forever, you guys can have done today, but only if you take that step, you take that leap, you open up a browser window and go to funnelscripts.com/go right now. All right. So you guys excited? Oh man, you guys are going crazy. We got for those of you guys who got it so far, come over to the question box and just say, I got it, I'm in, I got it. Okay, I see everyone. All right. For some reason, it's kind of tiny on my window here, but I can see you guys going crazy. Chris said, just bought it. When will the okay. Oh, man. Awesome. I'm in. I'm waiting. I got it. Ready to rock. I got it. Okay, so you guys, I just fired my little brother. Awesome. Well, welcome you guys inside of Funnel Scripts. I'm excited. What I'm doing now is I'm going to open up. I'll bring Jim back on, and we can open up for Q&A for a little bit, and you guys can ask any questions you want about Funnel Scripts, about the software, about how it works. But while we're answering questions, you guys, now is the time to go. Don't delay. If you've got a question, we'll answer it, but don't let that keep you guys from getting access to the software today, because by tomorrow it could be locked out. And so that's the game plan. So go to funnelscripts.com/go. And Jim, are you still here?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Awesome. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Cool.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited. Do you think everyone else is excited as well?
I would say I've been looking at the Q&A box and people are getting pretty excited, yes.
Awesome. Well, very cool. Well, do you have anything you want to say to anybody before we kind of jump into questions and kind of start asking them?
I would just say, the big thing to understand is, and I'm seeing a lot of shocked people were thinking you were going to charge a lot more for this, and the reality is that we are going to charge a lot more for this. This truly is the beta price. This is the best price you're ever going to be able to get on this, and we are going to be adding new scripts to Funnel Scripts. We actually are going to, before the end of the year, we will also be adding another complete wizard that is based on your formula of sorry, my brain's a little fried, but it's that script that talks about the Star Story solution, which
I'm
is
so excited for that wizard. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, amazing in the book, and everybody who's in will get access to that as well. So when we get that done. And the big thing is now we want to get feedback from people who are using this and using it with ClickFunnels and their sales funnels and see where we can make it even better. So I'm all about making this awesome, even more awesome, because we're in this for the long haul. And somebody asked a question in the Q&A box that I thought was kind of interesting. The question was, are you going to keep this sales copy up to date? And that's an interesting question, because people think with software or with other stuff, hey, or info products and stuff, that somehow it goes out of date. Let me tell you, great sales copy is great sales copy. And once you've got a really good sales letter, a really good sales video that hits your target audience and really gets them where they live, that copy can and will work sometimes for years. And I'm talking like 10 years. I've got a sales letter that's been paying me big bucks since 2001. That's 15 years later. That same sales letter is still converting. That's a cool thing about once you have a funnel that's working, once you have sales copy that's working, you don't mess with it. Sure, you'll do tests and tweak stuff and everything, but your whole job then just becomes driving traffic to your funnel and getting more people to go through your funnel. So this really frees you up to be in business instead of being somebody who's always chasing a buck. Once you've got a funnel that's working, you're just all about putting the right eyeballs on that funnel over and over. So great sales copy does not it doesn't go out of style. It doesn't change. And somebody else asked if this will work in other languages. The honest answer is no, it doesn't work in other languages. It works in English. So you got to fill it out in English and then you can translate it. But no, it doesn't do it in Spanish.
So a couple people asked if they have to have ClickFunnels for this to work. And the answer is no. If you have some other way you make your own web pages, these are the scripts. So it's the headlines, the videos, the ads, everything else. You don't have to have ClickFunnels. You're crazy if you don't have ClickFunnels, is my opinion, but it's not necessary to use funnel scripts. Oh, this is cool. Someone said, I bought while driving. I missed some of the webinars to help with writing ads. First off, in the future, don't buy things while you're driving. That could cause all sorts of liability for us, but that's exciting. And yes, it does help with writing Facebook ads as well as all the other cool stuff.
Yeah. Somebody said they thought this would cost $997 a year. I mean, that's ultimately where I want to get it. We keep adding stuff and just putting so much in here that it literally becomes like your copywriter, your funnel copywriter in a box. But it's not there yet. It would have to, I'm real big, and Russell knows this. I mean, I'm real big on just giving multiple times value for what we charge. And so that's what we're all about here. We just want to make this the best we can for everybody. And really make it so that it's user friendly and so that it gives you the results that you need.
Someone asked if there's voiceover software included. So no, it writes the scripts. You'd have to record the voices yourself or hire someone to do the voiceovers. Yeah. Here's a good question. This is awesome. You do a live webinar and the lawn guys want to come mow right outside your window at the same time. Someone said, what's the cost after a year? So what's cool is that for those guys who get started today, it's $297 a year. It'll lock in that price for you for forever. So when we do raise this to $497 and eventually $997 a year, you guys will always be locked in at this price. You're kind of grandfathered in. And so, when you get started today, that price will be locked in forever. And the reason why it's yearly is because Jim is adding so much cool new stuff every single year. And we just want to keep him motivated, keep making this thing even more amazing every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not just that's not lip service. That really is the truth. We're going to be adding new stuff, and it's going to be based on your feedback, your needs. We're going to be creating stuff to help you specifically get the results that you need.
Someone says, this kind of like VSL Generator by John Benson. So it's kind of similar. It's a little different. And John's is, I think right now, $3,000. This is like 1/10. It's 90% off, basically. It is a little different because we do the ads and the emails and all the other scripts as well. So it does a lot.
Somebody asked, one thing, when you actually register, when you download the Perfect Webinar Wizard software, it is going to ask you to register the software one time. And all you do is just use your username and password for getting into funnel scripts, and you put it in there. It may reference a different site on the instructions, but this is tied in with ClickFunnels. So, excuse me, with funnel scripts. So you just enter in your username and your password that have been assigned to you, and it'll unlock the software. And you only have to do that once. And the software does work on a Mac. You just download the Mac version. So when you get to the Perfect Webinar Wizard download page, there are two options. One's to download for PC, and the other's to download for Mac. So you can choose whichever one fits your operating system.
This one said, "Gosh, this is brilliant. Everything I need to write, which I've been procrastinating. Now it's chicken." All right.
Nice. I'm having spaghetti for dinner tonight, but I could use that as the model. There you go.
Yeah. Someone said, "Will there be a replay?" We're going to try. Obviously, you guys saw, because we had so many people, over 1,000 on this entire time, that there are parts where the audio went choppy and things like that. So we're going to try to piece together from Jim's recording and mine, and hopefully have a replay, but we'll see in about a day if that is able to happen. So you guys, while we're sitting here answering question and answers, I want to make sure you guys I want to kind of push you one more time, because this is something that's serious. This is like the key. This is the most important part of your business. Having a funnel is good, but if it doesn't convert people, then it's just this useless thing that's sitting around. And so funnel scripts is key, you guys. You have to have this to be able to be successful online. Like, that's just kind of how it is. And so right now what you need to do is open up another browser window, go to funnelscripts.com/go. And when you go there, you put your credit card in. It's going to be $297. And when you do that, you get 12 months access to the funnel script software. You get the perfect webinar wizard that we demoed earlier. Same one that writes your webinar pitch. It writes the ads and the follow-up, like everything. It's all in there. You get Inception Secrets, which is my copywriting training course. So if you do want to learn copy, you can, but you don't have to. And then you get the 5 fast funnel templates. I need to name that something different. That's hard to say. And then the funnel scripts blueprint. So everything we showed you guys today, you guys are going to get that for $297 a year. And the coolest thing is that will lock in this price forever for you. You've seen some of our competitors are charging $3,000, something similar. We're 1/10 of that right now, but we will be increasing our price in the very near future. But for those who get in today, that price will lock in. And that's kind of what it is. And so if you are on the fence and you're waiting and you're curious and you're nervous, because I know how that is. I get nervous sometimes too. I'm going to buy something, especially when it's something I know I need. Don't let that get you nervous. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you try it and you're like, this isn't for me, you can let us know and we'll refund your money. But I promise you, after you do it and you start working on your next funnel and you're like, what's my headline going to be? And then you just click a couple buttons and it gives you like 100 variations. Like, you're going to be like, wow, this saved me so much time. That was the greatest $297 I've ever spent. So don't take our word for it. Just jump in and go play with it and see for yourself. And now you guys all you got to do is go to funnelscripts.com/go, get your account, start playing with it. Because I promise you guys, you will save so much time, so much energy, so much money. And your funnels will make you way more money now because they actually will have the copy that they need to convert, which is awesome. All right, come back to the Q&As.
Somebody asked if it generates email sequences, and the answer to that is yes. It actually generates 2 different email follow-up sequences. It'll generate one that is, I'm not going to say it's generic, but it's just more of a follow-up sequence if somebody's bought information from you or a product. And then the other sequence that it'll also make is to follow up on a specific webinar that you have done. It will also do sequences before a webinar to actually launch the webinar to your list or somebody else's list. And also we have another script in there that will write email teasers for for a specific just for a specific offer that you might have, whether it's a sale or a new release product or just you want to tell people about an affiliate offer. So we got tons of scripts in there to help you write really good emails.
Someone asked if they have to get a new account for each product they have. The answer is no. Like, that $297, you guys can do all your products, all your ads, it's an account that's unlimited. So you can go in there, you can use it for all your stuff. So it's not something you have to get a new one every time you have a new product. This will write all your stuff for all of them.
Yeah, and it'll write your Facebook ad. It'll write ads that you can use on Facebook. I mean, you saw me demo those on the Perfect Webinar Wizard. I mean, those are designed to be used to run on Facebook, but you can adapt them and use them anywhere. Somebody asked if the license for the Perfect Webinar Wizard, the downloadable software, is for one PC or Mac. Pretty much, yeah, that's the case. If you have a laptop or something you want to use it on your laptop or your PC, you can, once you've purchased, you can contact us through the support desk, and there's some adjustments that we can make that would make it possible for you to do that, but you'd need to contact us.
Someone said it doesn't happen often, but it looks like there's something broke. So if you have any issues, it's a good question here. I'm going to message this out to everyone. if you're getting started and if there's some issue that happens, our support, if you go to customerhelpdesk.org and let our customer support team know there, they can make sure that it works. So if you guys look like there's some tiny little issues when you're getting signed up, I think most of you guys are having no issues, but just in case, that's the link, customerhelpdesk.org will help you guys if you have any issues. So, all right. Man, so many good questions. Sorry, there's like with 1,000 of you guys, and each of you ask a question. There's like so many questions here. I'm trying to go through and make sure. All right, Steven said, I'm gonna see if I can make my money back by the funnel hacking conference. That's a good goal. Very easy to do. Okay, so I haven't received the login. If you haven't received the login, so after you buy, you should get an email from us. Check your spam folder, your spam, whatever, junk mail. If you just search funnel scripts, it should pop up in there. And that'll give you your username and password to be able to log in. All right.
Yeah, there was one thing when I was doing a test purchase, the email that came with the username and password, and it did end up in, I was using Gmail, ended up in the spam folder, so you need to go check that. Everything else came to the regular inbox, but for some reason that one email, I don't know if because it's so short or small or whatever, but go check your spam filter for that, or spam thing for that. And somebody said theirs was in the spam thing. I don't know why, but it just is what it is. That's the world we live in. But once you have it, you're good to go. One thing people asked about, Russell, was, and we never really talked about this, people said, hey, is there going to be a private Facebook group or something? And we haven't really talked about that. We'll think about it. I don't want to promise it now. But it's something that we think about. If enough people ask about, we might do that, right?
Yeah, it'd be fun, actually.
Or are you saying that now like, Jim, why did you bring that up? I don't want to do that.
Why did you bring that live for everyone? That's awesome. This guy named Jacob is just like me. He said, I'm in, I just bought, I signed on late, was immediately staring at the price screen while you're doing Q&A. It literally took me 1.2 seconds to throw my credit card at the screen. 1,000% on board, Russell. So Jacob, welcome. We're glad to have you. The webinar was amazing, I promise you, but you're going to love the software even more. So very, very cool.
There you go. And somebody asked that the login for the username and password, which your username is your email address. The username and password that you use to log into Funnel Scripts is the same username and password that you use to register the Perfect Webinar Wizard. And when we add the star story one later on this year, that'll be the same username and password that you'll use to unlock that.
This has been fun, Jim. I'm excited. I'm excited for, the first time Jim showed me the first wizard, and I was just like, that's when I was sold. I was like, this is the greatest thing in the world. I'm excited for you guys to go in there and start doing this. For any of you guys who have tried to do the copy before in the past, like how that's like the hardest part by far. And the fact that Jim was able to, he spent insane amounts of time. He has almost a year going through all of our scripts and making it in a way where this is even possible. And it's amazing to me, like how much thought he had to go into everything to be able to reverse engineer, not just to write the script, then the email sequences and the ads and all the other pieces. And it's amazing. And so I'm just grateful you did this, and it's something that's going to save you guys so much time from the first second you start using it, and you'll be addicted to it forever, which is awesome.
Cool. Well, I can't really think of anything else. Can you?
No, I don't think so. If you guys, let's see.
Somebody asked how many emails are in the email sequences. It's enough. We've been doing this. It actually, the one email sequence has emails in it that you can use, that you can adapt to create unlimited amounts of email follow-up. So not only will it create a week where you're sending him every single day, but then there are also additional email templates that you can build out an unlimited follow-up sequence.
Well, very cool. I think what we'll do is maybe we can log off, Jim. I'll leave the screen up, and we can answer Q&As. I'll type them in the question box so you guys have them come in. But if you have any questions we're not able to answer, just go to customerhelpdesk.org. Or if you email support@clickfunnels.com as well, our team can jump on it and try to make sure all your questions are answered, you guys. But this is honestly, I think, one of the biggest no-brainer offers we've ever put out there. We were really surprised or excited when we started doing this. We're talking initially selling this for $1,000, and we said, you know what, let's make it so that there's no barriers like this. It just takes away all those kind of things. And that's why it came with a $297 price point. I think that it's something you guys can all do. Some people ask if there's a payment plan.
There's really not a payment plan because $297 is about as low as we could get, and we know that, man, like one email sequence would cost $300 to hire a copywriter to do. One video is gonna cost you $3,000. Like if you guys just use it once, it'll pay for itself the very first time you use it. And everything after that will just be free money that just keeps coming into your account. So, but it's awesome, you guys. Now's the time to go. Go to funnelscripts.com/go. Open up another browser window. Go do that. When you guys do that, you can get access to everything we talked about on today's training. You get the 12-month account, the funnel scripts, the perfect webinar wizard, inception secrets, the 5 fast funnel templates, our funnel scripts blueprint. Total value of $8,485. But you guys get it for one payment of $297 today. And then every year you will be locked into that price point, which is exciting, which means when we go up to $500, you guys will still be at $297. When we go to $1,000, you guys will still be at $297. When we go above that, you guys will still be locked into this. So lock in that price right now. And to do that, just go to funnelscripts.com/go. And Jim, again, thank you so much for all your work in this project and for being on the webinar today. I think you blew everyone's minds with your demo, and I'm excited. And I will probably mute myself out right now and just answer Q&As here in the box. And that's about it. So thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Russell.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. And we'll talk to you guys all again really, really soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.